Alright, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. As you can see on your screen here, for you old school people out there, you know, like me also, you all don't know this cartoon, G.I Joe. Alright, now the reason I picked this picture here, because I'm going into some videos and I'm going into some scriptures after. Alright, to show you that these devils, he saw Edom, so-called white man. Alright, he controls the media, he controls YouTube, all these different medias they control. Alright, yeah, let's get into it. So you're seeing here G.I Joe, alright, and you're seeing at the bottom of the picture it have the mass device. Alright, and this is the same thing that these devils been showing us in different cartoons, different movies, to show that what is there to come. Alright, this is how they speak basically to us. Alright, this is how they speak to us actually. Alright, they show this stuff in the movies and in the cartoons. That is how they explain to you what is going to happen, because they're so anxious to say, well, they're doing the wickedness around the round table, that they have to boast because they're proud. They have to boast. They have to mock the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and the Native American Indians. Right? They had to do those things. Why? Because they're proud. Alright? Now let's go. I'm gonna just get the video here. This is a clip from this is a clip from G.I Joe itself. Alright, now what I will be doing, I will pause and speak in between, because I don't want to get flag on any of them media sites now.
I knew you'd sell out Amanda, but not this bad. My friend!
Let's pull it up there. Right, you see in here. Cartoon from the 90s predicts the NWO. That C-hip. That potato chip.
To assist in our recovery, the Neo-Sapien Occupation Committee has ordered all Terrans to register with the Neo-Sapien Central Administration at once.
You see in here what it is they have in their hand here, right? It look familiar. It exactly look familiar, because what it looking like the rice grain. What it is they're going to bring just now. The one for your forehead, the one for your hand. Alright? And this is in the 90s. Alright? When I was smaller, I used to take in this show a lot. I did really like the show. But because when we were small, we see in these things and we never knew what they meant. But not knowing they was using what you call it, predictive programming, right? To program our minds into following in something that we that that they hope that we will follow later on in life. All right, later on in the future, I mean. All right. This thing don't wanna work now.
During this registration, a small identification chip will be implanted under the skin.
You hear that? Under the skin. Play back a little bit. So he that's representing what? He that's representing the government, you know. Now the elites is the ones who behind everything, and they just have this government as a face mask, basically, you know, showing people that these are the people you just vote for and whatnot. Now they will work through them, all right, like Klaus Schwab and those different people. So they will come up on the podium and say, hey, this is the time things getting hectic, you know, the money lost its value. Now it's time to go to a new income, which you'll see that is happening right now around the world. Everything going digital.
To register with the Neo-Sapien Central Administration at once. During this registration, a small identification chip will be implanted under the skin. This will be mandatory for all natural humans.
And you hear that? It will be mandatory for all humans.
Those who fail to register will be considered enemies of the Neo-Sapien government and will be dealt with accordingly.
Yeah, hey, you hear that? You hear that? Plain as day. Plain as day. We're living in 2023 right now, and we're seeing these things are happening.
Crowds have turned out for the first day of mandatory civil registration.
And this is how a lot of y'all gonna be, you know? This is how a lot of y'all going to be.
Any jerk can see they're on their way to a concentration camp.
And you hear that? The concentration camp, where it is they will be snatching people up, those who don't want to take the C-hip, you know? That M to the O to the, you know, you understand? You don't want to take that. You end up in that FEMA camp. That's why they close down a lot of them Walmarts and them other places. Those places are being converted as we speak. Some of them already converted to hold people there. Alright?
Advanced Neo-Sapien technology has made the implantation process simple and completely painless.
Alright. Now let me get done with this. Let me get the scripture here. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Alright? We are not ignorant of his devices. If you watch here, G.I Joe, you know, on top it says, a real American hero. America the Great, which is also aka Babylon the Great. You know, they are destined to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Now it says here at the bottom, the mass device, right? Let me read over this here again. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And we are not. You know why? Because we, as the men of the Lord, we got called out of the world, alright, to preach this word unto you all, to warn you all from what is there to come, to warn you all from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because he's bringing destruction onto this earth. Alright? Those who don't want to listen, how they go feel, right? This is the book of Revelation 12 and 12. It reads, Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, woe meaning destruction. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. And who's the inhabitants of the earth? Everyone who dwell in the earth, everyone who lives in the earth. You know, your neighbor, your cousin, your father, your aunt, your mom, your grandparents, you know, your cousin, your ex, whoever it is, your cat, your dog, all these, every single one who dwelling on this earth, you know. What the devil going to do? Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Alright? This devil know he have a short time. Alright? Just the same clip that you saw in G.I JOE there, that Cobra posse basically come up on the podium and they're talking about it mandatory to take under your skin. Alright? And they pushing this from since back then, since before that. Alright? And when we go to Revelation 13, right next door, Revelation 13 and 16, it reads, Salakia, it reads, and he caused all, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, you know. So for the ghetto, for the little ghetto youths, you know, as we say here in Trinidad, excuse me, the little ghetto youths, you know, for the little poor people who could barely find a little scrums to get by the day, you know. For the rich, the ones who living on the hills, on the mountains, you know, who are the so-called bunkers and whatnot, to run and hide in. All of them had to take this. Alright? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead, right? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So Esau go save the ones who will take the mark, gonna be saved by Esau. But we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? We are not ignorant of his stuff that he has out there. Alright? So 2/3 of Israel and those other heathens, they could run and take it. At the end of the day, the Lord controls he controls all of us, yes, but he controls them also to go and take that. You know, Lord willing, we don't be part of that that number where, you know, where they're looking to run to take that CHIP. Alright, Lord willing, we be part of that hopefully elect number, you know, and that 144,000, the 1/3 of Israel. Alright, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, right, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Alright. Right. Now, our next precept here to go to. Let's get second Ezra 16 and 4. I'll start from 39. Alright, so this is second Ezra 16 and 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. Alright, and who the Lord using to bring these plagues on the earth also? He saw Edom, the so-called white man, the top banking families. Alright, they are the ones who pushing all these agendas. Alright, they pushing this agenda, and the Lord is going to judge them. The Lord is going to destroy them for doing his people all these evil doings. Alright, verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Alright, when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. No one is rejoicing right now. But when the wicked bear it rule, the people mourn, and that's what you're seeing happening. The people mourning. Alright, it reads, "O my people, hear my word." And my people is who? My people is who he's talking about? Israel, Jacob. Alright, the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and the Native American Indians. Alright, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to die battle." Alright, "and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." Right, the Lord say we will be like pilgrims, and as the elect he's talking about, right, the 1/3 of Israel, because especially the 144,000. Alright, you will be like pilgrims. We won't really have a place to really rest our head. We will be traveling a lot, you know. It won't really have no safe place, but the Lord will watch over us as he doing now. Alright, there's the book of Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1. "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation." Alright, so in these, once you got called out of the world, alright, and you learn, you gain enough knowledge, you know, in this truth, and the Spirit come upon you where it is time to go out there and preach this word, right? What the Lord say, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation." Alright, So we will be tempted a lot in these times. We will be tempted a lot. And the biggest temptation time that is coming up is Jacob trouble time, where it is they're going to give out that C hip, right? Where they're going to push that MOTB, right? For people to be able to buy or sell, all right? Those things are coming up. And for you to be able to stand and to be able to stand in this truth and to be able to go through all of those times where it is you're seeing people buying, selling because they have the MARK in the hand or in the forehead. When you taking in them thing and you might realize, wait now, you ain't getting nothing to eat, you ain't getting nothing to drink, you know. Some of you all might have doubts in all your mind, you know. Some of all you might be strong enough to stand and to keep in mind that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is always there with you, and He is going to make a way for you to be able to get something to eat, you know, because as the scripture says, that's roughly paraphrasing, my servant shall eat. But those two-thirds and those two-thirds, they are not going to be able to eat, right? They might be able to eat when it is now take the sip, right? But who laugh last, laugh the best. You understand? Who laugh last, laugh the best. Now let's jump down to verse 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, right? So we are going to be tried. No matter how you try to take, no matter how you try to get around this, you are going to be tried. Once you're in this truth, all right? Once you have faith, you're going to be tried. No faith, you're still going to be tried. But those who don't have faith is going to fail. All right? They are going to fail. But Lord willing, as I say, we be part of that hopefully elect number. All right? Lord willing, we be part of that hopefully elect number, because we really need the Lord in that time. All these times that we're living in right now, we really need Him. We have Him here, you know. He look upon us, right, with His wings, with the angels, you know. You see the chariot sightings. They just be around us. To wada Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Kalala Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Bashem Rakak Kudash. Alright? So it says here, Ecclesiasticus 2:5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men. And the acceptable men is the elect. Alright? In the furnace of adversity. Alright? So Lord willing, as I say, we will make it there. Alright, I will close it off with this scripture here. This Psalms 37:7. Rest in the Lord Yahweh, and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. And that man who bringeth wicked devices to pass is who? We all know. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the top banking families, you know, the small hatters. These are the people who are there to do these things, who the Lord put to do these things on the earth. Alright? So we are to hold fast, we are to pray, and we always have to keep in mind that once we keep pushing this word with truth and sincerity, once we keep doing the works, you know, there's a possibility that we will be saved, we will be part of that Hope for the Elect group. Alright? but you have to be able to endure till the end. You have to be able to have faith and to keep that faith. Because if you have that weak spirit, you will end up getting lukewarm. And you don't want to get lukewarm because the Lord will spew you out his mouth. Right? You don't want to be like that. You want to be more circumspect of your doings, all your ways. Follow the Lord's statutes and commandments as the best of your, to the best of your ability. Alright? Hold fast and pray, Israel. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and the Native American Indians, hold fast. Shalom. Barakatah.